Hello and welcome to Bucket List Recording Studio. My name's Richard and this video will hopefully explain a little about condenser microphones. The condenser mic, like the dynamic mic, falls into two categories. You have small diaphragm and large diaphragm. The condenser mic differs from the dynamic mic because it is a powered mic. That's where the plus 48 or the phantom power comes in. The diaphragm of the condenser mic is an ultra thin electrically charged disc of metal. This makes it very accurate at picking up a full spectrum of sound from 20 Hz to 20 kHz. Behind this disc of metal is a backplate, and together they form a capacitor. As sound waves hit the diaphragm, the capacitance changes, and with a powered circuitry it then creates an electrical signal. It also makes it a lot more sensitive than the dynamic mic. Here is a collection of some of the microphones that I own. I think at this point as well it's good to say that all of these microphones get used, and it's also fair to say that they all help me facilitate getting the best I can to give the artist the choice and the tools to do the job. The Audio Technica AT2020 is quite a good chunky mic. I like to use it on drums, guitar, sometimes vocals. The only thing that lets it down a bit is when you turn the gain up, it is quite a noisy mic. But as long as you've got a loud source, it is a very good mic. The Akg C535eb first came on the market as a handheld vocal mic, allegedly preferred by Frank Sinatra. But I find this a fantastic mic for woodwind, violins, and also for backing vocals. I have no idea whatsoever what this mic is. It was bought on a car boot with a few dynamic microphones for a tenner. But it's a well-used mic. I use it for special effects. Last week we used it to record somebody's heartbeat, which we actually put down as a bass drum track. The Octaver Mk101 is a small diaphragm condenser mic like the last two microphones we've seen. This comes as a pair. It's ideal for overheads on drums and also for miking up guitars and also for miking up guitar amps. This is the Rode NT1A. It's arguably the best value for money condenser microphone on the market, and I rate it very highly. I would say it's up with all the other microphones I've got in the high end. It's ideal for vocals, backing vocals, acoustic guitar. It can handle the pressure levels for powered guitar amps, and it's an all-round fantastic mic. I've also used it for overheads, hi-hats, and also as a room drum mic. It's an excellent mic. Neumann seems to be the benchmark when it comes to condenser microphones, and the TLM103 is their best-selling microphone. One of the reasons for this is obvious. You're watching it. It's used a great deal for voiceovers, and we use it sometimes for voiceovers, but it's also an excellent mic. Very versatile, very quiet, very well built. Unfortunately, like the SM57, it's also the victim of counterfeits. If anybody's going to buy one of these second hand, the one key point to remember is that all Neumann microphones have serial numbers on them. On the black band of the TLM range, you'll see a serial number. If the serial number isn't there, it's not a true Neumann. This microphone is the MA200 by Mojave. It's a tube condenser microphone. My favourite microphone before this came on the market was the Neumann U67, but I personally think this microphone's better. A tube microphone has a valve inside, and it gives a different type of tone to the other condenser microphones. Somebody once asked me, "Oh, what's the difference?" And the only way I could put it into language that a musician could understand, to me the difference is the difference between DI in a guitar and putting it through a Vox AC30. The microphone, like all tube microphones, has its own power supply. As you can see with the power supply, the line going to the microphone is a 5-pin female XLR. The 3-pin male XLR, that is the output, which then goes to a Mixer-esque preamp. This microphone is a Mytek Cv3. Again, it's an excellent microphone, and like the last microphone, it's also a tube microphone. This one has a few more added features. Better if I show you with the power supply. The input and output, as you can see, is the same as the Mojave, but if you look to the right, you've got various polar patterns, and they range from omnidirectional through various heart-shaped patterns all the way to figure 8. In future videos, with the help of male and female artists, I'll go into detail of the advantages of the different polar patterns. I will also demonstrate how off-axis and proximity miking can create different effects. In this video, we've looked at microphones from Japan, Austria, Russia, Australia, Germany and the United States. When mixing, I encourage involvement from artists, and when compiling vocals, I may use various mics. The mics are always numbered, not named, and it's not unusual for some of the cheaper mics to be chosen, even those from the Planet car boot. The DB award for condenser microphones goes to the Rode NT1A. This award was not chosen by me, it was chosen by artists who've recorded here, the percentage of which, although a small percentage, preferred this microphone to a microphone very, very, very similar, which cost 14 times the price.
Like our videos
and subscribe.
Comment down below.